Welcome to the Monday edition of Litter Media Live. Let me first apologize to those listening to Litter Media Radio that might have been enjoying the Circleville boys basketball game.
Because they're not anymore.
Yeah, we just interrupted it. We've been playing the boys and the girls games in a loop for you on Litter Media Radio for the last 36 hours or so. And what a big time for Circleville basketball this weekend. And it was special to see the girls in the state semifinal. And almost make it to the championship game. And it was something to see Circleville playing for a shot at a regional championship as well in boys basketball.
Yeah.
So, but basketball's done for us now, and we'll talk more about the high school stuff in sports coming up here shortly. But for those of you wanting to hear the rest of that basketball game, go to our podcast page here on Litter Media Radio. Just go to Litter Media, click Litter Media Radio in the drop down under sports. That will take you to the links for all of the podcasts of all the games we had this year, except for the two that I had technical difficulties with in December at Tays Valley High School. Yep. I don't know why we always have difficulty at Tays Valley for some reason, but at any rate, what do they say? A prophet's never welcome back at his home. And so it seems like when I go back to Tays Valley, we always have technical difficulties for some reason.
Yeah.
So, all right, welcome to the program and welcome to the new week. I was about to say we're together every day this week, but we're not.
No, we're not. Not tomorrow.
I've got an assignment tomorrow that we'll explain a little bit later on for you here, too. Look at the forecast. Let you know how to prepare for the rest of the week. We're dealing with windy conditions today. Of course, we were given a prelude of that over the weekend. We saw power go out for some folks. Our power went off but came back on at the Ramey Ranch. But a lot of limbs down, debris everywhere, so do be cautious for that. Windy today, temperatures won't be quite as warm as it's been either. We'll be in the 40s, but that is dropping already as we speak, and we'll see the temperatures fall down into the 20s tonight and not projected to get out of the 20s for the next 36 hours maybe.
Yeah, not until afternoon on Wednesday, it looks like.
Yeah, so we'll see it slowly start to come back again. Just had the blossoms starting to pop out on our magnolia tree yesterday, and I thought to myself, those things are going to fall by the wayside.
Yep.
As soon as it gets below 32 degrees, they will probably fall off. And Dan's not going out and putting a big sheet over top of that tree. It's not going to happen. So the tree will survive. It always has, as long as it doesn't look like this right here with all that ice on it.
Yeah.
All right, coming up in a moment to look at what's making news for us today here on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got plumbing issues, if you've got heating issues, and we're getting ready, we're turning on that air conditioner too, and it's not popping on the way you want it to, usually these folks get a call. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. When you click on this ad, when you see it on our website, littermedia.com, anywhere on littermedia.com, it will take you to their website where you can get in contact and learn more about their services. AccurateHVAC.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit DixieChopper.com.
You can find many of the stories we're about to share with you on littermedia.com. It's a hub for all the beneficial news that you can use. And if we're telling you something and you don't see it on our website, check out our social media pages in the upper right-hand corner. There's links to our X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Litter Media Radio, whatever you could possibly want from Litter Media. It's right there on our website.
I nearly had to go to the website to get our news today because I almost exited out of the script here.
It's a good thing you didn't.
I would have had to gone back and said, hey, what can I find here? We're going to start off with a story that you added over the weekend. Ruth Beery of Wilmington College Collegiate Farm Bureau is the winner of Ohio Farm Bureau's 2026 Collegiate Discussion Meet competition. As the winner of the state collegiate discussion meet, Beery receives a $1,000 scholarship and complimentary registration to the 2026 Young Farmers and Ranchers Leadership Conference. It'll be happening in Portland, Oregon, where she'll compete at the national level later this month. Beery grew up here in Ross County and has been heavily involved with the Farm Bureau on the county and collegiate levels. This spring, she will finish up her 2-year term as Wilmington College's Collegiate Farm Bureau president. She also serves as the board secretary for Ross County Farm Bureau. She's a senior and will graduate this spring with degrees in animal science and biology. And after graduation, Beery plans to attend the Ohio State University College of Veterinary Medicine with the goal of becoming a large animal veterinarian. Congratulations, Ruth.
Congratulations. This week, March 15th through the 21st, is Severe Weather Awareness Week. And the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Industrial Compliance's Manufactured Homes program is reminding Ohioans, especially those living in manufactured homes, to make sure they're prepared for any upcoming severe weather. To date, the program oversees more than 1,500 parks across Ohio. Manufactured home residents face heightened risk in tornado and high wind events, so planning ahead is essential to staying safe. The National Weather Service reports that a significant share of tornado fatalities occur in homes, with more than half involving manufactured housing. For tips for before and after a severe storm, check out our website, littermedia.com, and click on this story.
When I was a kid, if any of you have driven up 104 going to Columbus from Chillicothe, there is a trailer park on the left as you're going north. And so you got 316, you go through that intersection, you drive up there. That's Skunk Holler. That's where I grew up. And for the first 12 years of my life, I was always fearful of, and because this came around the time we had the Xenia tornado, I always pictured all of those trailers rumbling into mom and dad's house from a tornado or very high winds. It never happened, but as a young kid going through the drills of hitting the basement and so on and so forth, I always pictured some storm, and usually it was brought on by watching The Wizard of Oz. It would roll all those trailers over into our front yard and through our house and everything else. Fortunately, it never happened. It never happened. And The Wizard of Oz didn't happen either. Right. I mean, it comes to life in Las Vegas these days. That's true. But it didn't happen back when I was a kid. Shine On Chillicothe and their 2026 campaign has officially kicked off. Started off with a $6,000 donation from our Chillicothe McDonald's. So thank you to McDonald's for supporting and investing in the community. For more about Shine On Chillicothe, you can simply visit their website. That is shineonchillicothe.org. But I imagine you might be able to find this on our Facebook feed also.
Yes, you are. Okay. I shared it right there.
Very good.
Mark your calendars for the Pickaway County FFA Community Breakfast hosted by Logan Elm, Circleville, Taze Valley, and Westfall FFA. That's on April 17th from 6 to 10 a.m. at Heritage Hall. This is to help celebrate National Ag Month. If you didn't know, 96% of Ohio's farms are operated by families, and Ohio farmers grow or raise 200 different crops and livestock. Our versatile land and resources enable us to be a top producer and help Ohio thrive by bringing in $124 billion to our economy annually. So, from all of us at Litter Media, all of us, the two of us, we'd like to extend a big thank you from Litter Media to all of our local farmers.
Yeah, and to these kids in the FFA. You know, we always promote the FFA events here with St. Trace and Southeastern and Huntington now with their events that they host for these breakfasts. I like how they do it up in Pickaway County because they all meet over at the Agricultural Event Heritage Hall right there on the fairgrounds. But all four of them get together with their groups to have a really big breakfast. So
that's really neat.
It is really cool. Have yet to get up to it, but maybe this year, April 17th, was that the date?
Yes.
Okay. So hats off to my folk up in Pickaway County. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, a.k.a. EPA, household leaks waste nearly 1 trillion gallons of water nationwide each year. And the average home loses about 10,000 gallons annually easily to correctable drips. All you got to do is just fix those drips. These common leaks are often simple to fix, and the tools needed to repair them can quickly pay for themselves through water savings. The Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, Ohio Environmental Protection Agency, and the Ohio Department of Insurance are promoting Fix a Leak Week. March 16th, it starts today, right through this coming Sunday. Fix a Leak Week is not easy to say, first of all.
No, it's not.
But it is sponsored by the U.S. EPA's Water Sense program as an annual reminder to check household plumbing fixtures and irrigation systems for leaks. For more information on Fix a Leak Week, visit epa.gov/watersense/fix-leak-week. Or give a call to Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
That's true.
They can help you out on Fix a Leak Week.
They could. And this wasn't in the script, but I want to throw it in here. Just a reminder that work has begun on the Octangie Parkway as part of the Appalachian Community Grant Program. I was on my way to work this morning, and I had to take a different route because I was detoured.
So no hopping on that bike and going over the humps of dirt and everything else.
Nope.
So you've got that going on the east side or the west side. You have the work going on in the park, and you have over on Mulberry Street where they're fixing where all the bricks were laid and correcting that too. So
if you're in downtown Chillicothe,
it's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy, but it's progress, and be patient with it. I know we're already starting to have headaches on North Bridge Street for what's going on there. But the money has come our way. It's being used. And in 2 years, everybody's going to be like, man, I'm glad they did all this work.
Yeah.
It was a pain getting it done, but you know, that's part of the price, I guess. All right, coming up in a moment, a lot of sports. We'll share details coming up. The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org. Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. from auto, home, farm, life, or health. We tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Whenever I first applied for the ArchWiz opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
You know, it's a wonder that our Haynes Total Healthcare Center high school scoreboard didn't melt over the weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of people checking it out for all of the state tournament information that we were sharing for you, basketball-wise, the boys regional. All that is complete. You can find it on our website, littermedia.com. And later this week, we will have all of the boys' semifinal games put together and the boys' championship games put together. Play will begin down in Athens again with regional action. That will be taking place on Thursday. They'll be playing on Friday, and I take it back. Let me backtrack. Not at the Convo. It'll be taking place at Nutter Center, Wright State, and also UD Arena. Now, for the girls, they used Vandalia Butler High School, but they're not doing that because they're spreading it over 4 days as opposed to the 3 that they did with the girls. So, again, we'll get all that to you a little bit later on. One of the things you'll find on our scoreboard is the Portsmouth Trojans winning back-to-back D5 girls basketball state championships. They rallied to beat Ottawa Glandorf 53-48 yesterday. And Amy Hughes, who was a girls basketball coach here at Chillicothe, she has been the girls basketball coach the last 8 years down at Portsmouth. And she has developed this crew that won last year for the first time and then won it this year. They probably shouldn't have won either of the games they played prior to the state championship game. And they were trailing in the state championship game, and they came away victorious on it. But Amy was... how do I say this? I told her when your days were done here at Chillicothe, we've turned you into a media maven, because she didn't want to be interviewed, didn't want to talk, but she has just fallen in love with the camera and that microphone now as a state champion. It's really cool to watch her. On our Litter Media X account, you can see an interview that Spectrum One did with her after winning the state championship, and I'm like, this isn't the Amy Hughes I remember interviewing when she was here at Chillicothe. She's really opened up, and congratulations to Amy and the kids down at Portsmouth on that win. The boys' state Final Four games again coming up this week. The state wrestling championships wrapped up yesterday at Ohio State. There you see Chillicothe's Cannon Smith. He was the top performer from our area. I felt so bad for him last night. I was watching from afar on the NFHS network last night, wrestling for the championship in Division II, the 132 class. Here he turns and looks at the camera of our Carla Depew, who was there taking photos. She and Mark did a fantastic job this past Saturday and Friday. And then Mark was unable to attend yesterday, but a fantastic job that Carla and Mark did for us. You can see all the photos from all this, but for Cannon, this was a runner-up for him. He had a 3-0 lead. The kid he was wrestling there from Sheridan, he tied it up, and then in the third period, there was a quick reversal, and the kid took advantage, and it kind of looked like Cannon had just kind of lost his go. It was almost like, man, I know there's a minute 45 left to go, and I'm just going to try and survive this and make it through. finishing one step away from a championship. But good luck to him as he gets ready to go on to college. He had a 49-2 record this year.
That's pretty good.
Pretty awesome. Congratulations. Also, Mackenzie Mills, a freshman from Huntington. She was the top performer on the girls' side at the 120-pound class, placing third. Other placers from the area, Huntsman Carson McNeil, placed 7th in D3 in the 190-pound class. Westfall's Savannah Holderby, she was 10-5 this year. She placed 6th in the girls in 145-pound class. The Mustangs' Eli Wright placed 7th in the boys Division II at 190. Miami Trace had 2 placers in D2. Gabriel Carson and 7th in the 175-pound class. Tyler Stevens was 4th in the 190-pound class. Logan's Brooklyn Whited finished 4th in the 140-pound class. She had a 51-3 record this year. And Casey Foster, she was in that heavyweight division at 235. She placed 8th. So we had those kids get on the podium. Congratulations. You reached the podium. You are all Ohio. Congratulations on your careers. She's back. See that gal in the middle there on the top of the podium? That is Ainsley Weaver. She's the elementary student from Paint Valley Elementary. She is headed back to the Elks Hoop Shoot National Tournament in Chicago here in just a few weeks. It'll be in April. She won the Indiana, Ohio, Michigan Regional Saturday. She came up short last year after being the 8 to 9-year-old national champion in 2024. Well, now she's going back and vying for that same championship only in the 10 to 11-year-old division. Chillicothe's Gigi Trotter just missed winning the 8 to 9-year-old division. She was tied for the top spot, but she lost in a shootout with the Indiana State champion. Now on to college basketball, and the Ohio State basketball Buckeyes are back, and that includes Brandon Knoll.
Yes.
He's back as well. He got into the Big Ten tournament and managed to play 12 minutes the other day. He's been dealing with that foot injury for the last 6 weeks or so. Good to see him back. But if you look at our X feed today, you'll see where the Buckeyes got the announcement of being in. He's one of the first ones that stands. He's got that big red beard, stands up, and is happy to be on their way to play in the NCAA basketball tournament.
And they play on Thursday, I believe.
Yes,
for their first game.
Now, prior to that, Miami, who lost their first game in the MAC tournament after going 31-0, they've been invited to play in the play-in Final Four. So they'll be at Dayton to get all that started. And I believe that's going to be Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right.
So again, for the Buckeyes, if they win their game, they will most likely play the number 1 overall seed, speaking of the Duke Blue Devils. But they could make some magic happen again.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
And speaking of the MAC tournament, when you were talking about Miami, Ohio women's basketball team fell to Miami in the MAC tournament semifinals, 80-52, but they will participate in the Women's National Invitational Tournament, which is something that I hadn't heard of, but
it's the WNIT.
Yes.
You've heard of the NIT.
I have heard of the NIT.
The National Invitation Tournament, the old NIT, used to be the tournament before the NCAA started theirs, and then it's overtaken it. Want to quickly pass along that Shawnee State, their men, I believe, are still alive in the NAIA tournament, and the Rio Grande women got knocked off the other day. Only their second loss on the season. Wow. So I think their record was 31-2 after playing in there. And the Cleveland Cavaliers fell to the Mavericks last night, 130-120. They'll be in Milwaukee tomorrow to face the Bucks. And the Blue Jackets are this close to getting in. They've got less than 20 games remaining, but they are tied on the bubble, waiting to move into a playoff position. What a turnaround.
The year Mike Smith retires is the year they're going to make it.
Precisely. We like that. All right, this date in history, and you've got the Oscars today, huh?
Yes.
All right, that's all just ahead.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. Nearly 100 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. That's Litter Quality Propane.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Time for this date in history, and we harken back to the year 1971. I was just 9 years old. No, I wasn't even 9 years old yet. I was still 8 at this point in time. The 13th annual Grammy Awards, Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water.
And we just got sued.
Yes, it wins the award. Well, not if you take a look at it and say...
It's fair use.
Yeah. Look at that guy that was singing it there. Won the award for Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year for the title track. How about that? Congratulations to Simon & Garfunkel, who gave us... a lot of other great songs too, like
the Graduate soundtrack, everything on there.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Mrs. Robinson, of course. Mm-hmm. Cecilia was one of my favorite ones as well.
Sound of Silence.
And yeah.
Scarborough Fair.
Scarborough
I like that
Fair.
one a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good band.
Sounds like we know too much about Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, they're good.
And they don't get along still. Is that right?
No.
So
too many great musicians don't get along.
I think it's that creative side of their brain.
Yeah. Hall & Oates, Roger Waters and David Gilmour of Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
It's tough. Speaking of the Academy Awards, though, the Oscars were last night.
Yes.
So I wrote down some of the winners, the big categories. Best Picture won the winner. One battle after another. Did you see it?
Didn't see it.
I saw it. It was really good. Best Directing was Paul Thomas Anderson for that movie.
Don't know him.
He did Boogie Nights.
Didn't see it.
He did Punch Drunk Love with Adam Sandler.
Didn't see it.
He did There Will Be Blood.
Didn't see it.
Okay.
I did see Adam Sandler last night show up in his hoodie and wanting to play basketball.
That's a very Adam Sandler
That was
thing
fun.
to do. Best Actor in a Leading Role goes to Michael B. Jordan for Sinners.
I know Michael B. Jordan. Didn't see Sinners.
It's a vampire movie. He played twins in it, so he's playing two characters. He was really good in it.
Nice.
Best Actress in a Leading Role goes to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. I didn't see that one.
Didn't see it. Don't know who she is.
Best Cinematography goes to Autumn Durald Arkapaw for Sinners.
Oh, really? Don't know him. Didn't see it.
And Best Visual Effects go to Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Did not see that.
I didn't see that one either. I meant to, but I just didn't have the time to go out and
I didn't even tune in the Oscars last night.
Me neither. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I saw highlights on X last night. I was going through, and that's where I saw shoot, can't think of his name right now. Conan O'Brien. Yeah, slipped my brain there. I was picturing red hair. He was cracking on the attire that was being worn there by Adam Sandler. And it was a kind of funny bit, I thought.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's it for the program today. Oh, no.
No, it's not.
I've been away so long, I keep forgetting about the National Day.
It's Artichoke Hearts Day, Curl Crush Day,
Ooh.
Everything You Do Is Right Day,
Yeah.
Freedom of Information Day, and Panda Day.
Panda Day. Very nice.
Curl Crush Day refers to something you do with your hair, because I wasn't sure what that is.
I've had difficulty with Curl Crush.
Yeah.
I just never have. I guess you have to have longer hair to be able to curl it.
Probably.
Hey, coming up here shortly, we've got another special edition that will come here. We're going to talk about movies. Only we're talking about a locally produced movie that will be shown here locally as a part of the America 250 Ohio Goes to the Movies portion. Not the one down at the Majestic Theater. This one's going to be shown at Danbury. Details are coming up. Stick close for that here on Litter Media and Litter Media Radio.